Hi Virgo. So, this is Billy Joe. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. So, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, possibly even Venus. Always remember, if your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, you can always look up your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. See which one resonates with you most. Now, this video is for, I'm doing this for July 2020, but all my videos are intended to be timeless. So if you watch this at some other time, it's intended for you at that time. I believe it's one of my strongest beliefs that we are led to the videos we're intended to watch at the time that we need it most. So, or when we need to, and not all of the message is going to resonate. So just listen to the parts of it that does resonate, that, you feel like, yeah, I needed to hear that, and then just throw the rest away. Probably hear my mom in the background playing with her dogs. My goodness. They're rowdy this morning. We have two little chorkies. My mom is retired, so she stays at home with them all day, and she lets them sleep with her, so they're really, really attached to her. So what is going on for you this month, Virgo? What's going on for Virgo this month? Okay. We have the Knight of Air. That's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, that's the fastest moving energy in the whole deck. That talks about things happening at a very fast pace, coming on very quickly. It also kind of warns also that don't rush into things without thinking them through. Sometimes the Knight of Air tends to rush in too quickly, and it's kind of like that toddler who runs into corners and is in a hurry to start walking, and then they kind of fell off the side of the coffee table or whatever. They're and they're running, they're not thinking about it. So that's the Knight of Swords. Really run pace, very quick. Then we have the Page of Air. So you didn't just get the Knight of Air, you got the Page of Air too. The Page of Swords is about learning things coming into clarity. On the bottom of the deck it says challenging information, delays or changes in plans, truth delivered without tact. So you have some very fast moving energy coming towards you, I feel. I don't think it's going outwards. I don't think it's you going outwards too quickly. I think it's things unexpected coming to you, coming to light. Things that maybe you feel like is challenging, or things are coming up against you. Maybe you've had that lately. But then we also have the Strength card. Archangel Ariel. It says, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. To me, what the Strength card talks about is being able to conquer those challenges, being able to conquer our inner demons. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Fire. That's the second fastest moving knight of the deck. The Knight of Fire is a very passionate energy and very adventurous, outgoing, kind of spontaneous, things that's unexpected. And it's over the Two of Fire. This Two of Fire is Two of Wands. It has to do with partnerships, contracts, things moving forward. So let's get some clarifiers for these cards. Clarifying the Knight of Air. Let's see. I feel like I need to shuffle these some more. Clarifying the Knight of Air. Clarifying the Knight of Air. The number 13, which breaks into number 4, financial constraints. This card always, I've mentioned it in other readings before. To me, it reminds me of a pantry. You know, it's got the cobwebs in it. But if this is, you know, clarifying the Knight of Air, some fast-moving energy, I'm just sensing that maybe you've been working tirelessly to make sure that your finances get met, that maybe for some of you, you've been worried about that. You might be having news coming in about layoffs or some temporary holdbacks when it comes to finances. Because this is fast-moving energy. This is information coming into you. And so this is, you know, this is something that I'm sensing can cause challenges. You know, it's going to cause worry and a little bit of stress. But you know what? You got this. It's going to be okay. So to clarify the Page of Air. Clarifying the Page of Air. We have the number 42, which breaks into number 6. Woman holding a coin. So yeah, you'll be learning something. This is feminine energy, who has her own money. She is usually someone who helps others with you know, with their money, with finances. But when this is information coming in with this, this is someone giving you a hard truth when it's clarifying the Page of Air. Yeah, this is a very blunt truth energy. This is a woman with bluntness. She tells it the way it is. This might be someone coming in to tell you how to handle your financial matters. You know, they feel like they got to come in really quickly and give you advice and assist you, even if you don't feel like you need that. And this also might represent you. Maybe there's someone in your life that, for some of you, and I really feel strongly that some of you may have to do this. You may have to step up and be this woman holding a coin, and you're helping someone else who's having financial difficulties. Maybe it's a child or a grandchild of yours, but it may be someone you really care about, because we do have the Knight of Fire. It's very passionate. So someone you're very passionate about. You're going to have to give them some blunt honesty. You're going to have to give them some wake-up calls. You may have to cut some strings a little bit. Teach them they've got to step up for themselves. You've got to help them, you know, with the Strength card. You got to help them gain their backbone, so to speak. So that's kind of, you know, I'm hearing the words tough love. Hearing the words tough love. So to clarify the Strength card, we have number 35, which breaks into number 8. First chakra, Archangel Michael. Is that not magnificent to clarify the Strength card? It's absolutely magnificent. The thing about Archangel Michael, he's one of the most powerful archangels. And he has that sort of truth, which is what we was talking about. And the first chakra has to do with our foundations. So you might, again, be in someone's life, be their foundation. Be that root. You know, because the first chakra, the root chakra, that's their root. That goes all the way back down to family foundations, you know, and you having to, for some of you, your person that you're going to have to be blunt with, you're like, hey, You're starting your own foundation. You got to make sure the foundation is strong, is stable, that there's, when quakes come in, challenges come in, that it doesn't shake up the foundation and break it apart. I just hear that you're going to have to be giving someone that speech. Bottom of the deck is man holding a heart. This is a man that you love more than anything. This is a man that you have dear to your heart. This man holds your heart in his hand. And it's over Angel of Love. So this is definitely someone you love more than possibly anyone else on the face of this earth. So let's get these cards out of the way. And we're going to look into your love life. Your romantic part of your life. With this, I'm going to use the Enchanted Love Tarot. What's up for Virgo this month when it comes to their love and their love life and their romance? What's going on for Virgo? What's going on for Virgo? Okay, we have the Five of Gems. The Five of Gems is like the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins, anxiety. Five of Coins often is like feeling left out of the cold. Maybe you're feeling left out in something. Maybe you don't feel like they are assisting, your partner's assisting financially enough. Maybe they're withholding some of their coins, and you're getting stressed out about it. It's anxiety. For some of you, when times got tough, they kind of dipped out. Just take it how it resonates. Then we have the number 21, the World, consummation. So the fact that it's following the Five of Gems, I'm feeling like for the majority of you, maybe not all of you, but the majority of you, this is someone you may be married with. This is someone you've been in a long-term relationship with, because the World, that's a long journey. That's, that's the end of one phase. There's this phase, this cycle is coming to an end because it's at the World. So the struggles that you had with this long-term commitment or marriage, or however you resonate, this cycle that you're going through together right now is coming to a close. Okay. And when it comes to a close, then we start back at the Fool card, which means we start back with a new cycle. So new things are kicking in. Okay. We have the Ten of Roses. That's the Ten of Wands. Has to do with stress, with carrying heavy burdens. But the thing about a 10 is coming to an end. That's the end of a cycle. So you've got two cards here saying that this stress, this anxiety is coming to an end. Bottom of the deck is Nine of Gems, independence. There's a lot of you who feels like you've been carrying the burden by yourself. There's others of you who, because the Nine of Gems also represents people who's, single and independent. So this cycle of being independent and have to struggle things all by yourself is coming to a close. And it's covering the Eight of Shells, sacrifice. That's the Eight of Cups. So all this having to sacrifice and stress and worry by yourself, carrying burdens by yourself, having to worry by yourself, feeling like you're the only one that stresses all the time. You're the only one that is there for your family, your kids, especially if you're a single mom. That can sometimes be very overwhelming. Whatever your situation is in your love life, it's coming to a close, especially if it's difficult. All those difficult situations are coming to an end. So let's get some clarifiers. So, Spirit, please clarify the Five of Gems. Let's clarify the Five of Gems. We have the number 7, Crown Chakra. So for me, the Crown Chakra has to do with, connecting to Spirit, And so when it's clarifying the Five of Gems, that's telling me, I'm hearing give it to God. Um, for those of you who resonate with that, just give it to God. You know, you need to raise your vibration and frequency by being optimistic, and believing that things are getting better. You know, have that attitude of gratitude and be grateful that, you know, for example, there's so many things we take advantage of. You know, we have to learn to get in a space where we're thankful to have food in our stomach. You know, when you eat a meal, be thankful because you was able to eat. If you have a pillow and a bed, be thankful that you have those things. Those are things that most of us take for granted. And give that gratitude to your higher self, to your God, to your gods. You know, it's however you resonate with. Give gratitude to the universe. Give it to source, that source energy, and let source, you know, manifest, you know, abundance and prosperity into your life. So to clarify the world card, clarifying the world card, let's see here. The number 10, which breaks into number 1. And remember, 10s are the end of a cycle. And it says flow. And look at that picture. He looks like, you know, he's feeling, you know, he's got his hands dipped in the water, which has to do with emotion. And he's got his hand on his heart. And to me, that's signifying he's feeling gratitude. He's feeling that appreciation. He's allowing that to flow into the universe. So, yeah, that to me, that just signifies what I was already saying. You know, with the world card, the completion of a cycle, you're very grateful, you have gratitude, and you're just allowing that gratefulness and that appreciation to flow towards source, towards that divine energy. To clarify the 10 of Roses, we have the number 2, spread your wings. And again, I'm just seeing that, see that gratitude just flowing up to source. You know, she's got her arms open wide, surrendering, you know, and she's ready to spread her wings and end that cycle of struggle. So beautiful to me. Number 2 is the bottom of the deck, listen. So listen to that, you know, that inner voice you have within you. You know, I love this card as it looks like she's got her hands folded in prayer, right? And just allowing that gratitude to go forward. But the thing about prayer is a lot of people don't realize it's communication. And the key to communication isn't just talking to your God source. It's not just saying, oh, I need my bills paid. Please, God, can you just go ahead and send down somehow and get that electric bill paid or put food on the table. But it's also pausing in meditation and listening to what God source has to say back to you. Is not a one-way conversation. No conversation is one way. Neither is it with your source. So your energy source. So don't just ask for things or demand things, but also take time to listen. Okay? So now, let's look into some of your shadow work. So I've got the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot created by Angela with Mystic Moon. And I want to just look and see what kind of shadow work you're working on. What kind of, what are your struggles within just yourself? And I'm not talking about your physical struggles in your everyday physical world. I'm talking about soul depth struggle. Soul depth, you know, shadow work. Things about yourself that you possibly don't like or you want to ignore or bury down deep. What is that for Virgo? Let's see here. We have the villain of decay, impotent. You may be someone who doesn't have a very strong sex drive. Maybe you don't really get turned on like that. 10 of decay, pipe dreams. You have your own ideas of the way things must go, things must be, and you don't like anything being deviated from those ideals. We have 5 of rage, pyromaniac. To me, I'm just, seeing frustrations, anxiety. Bottom of the deck is 6 of sorrow, lost in time, nostalgic in a bad way. That's like being stuck in the past, wishing things were a little different, wishing things, were like the good old days, is what I'm sensing. And it's over the villain of rage, on the edge. So that's interesting. Let's look at how you can do some healing here. And this is the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. How can Virgo do some healing? An impotent isn't just sexually. That could be maybe you're in a rut with creativity. Maybe you aren't able to just let that flow and you don't know what the blockage is. Well, let's look at some healing here. We have the number 29, which breaks into number 11, changes. So that's a spiral, and that's allowing you to flow. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause the video for a second. My mom needed me for something. So, as I was saying, changes. The thing about this is, what I'm noticing is the spiral, okay? So, a lot of people don't realize that life isn't, for example, there's no such thing as linear time. Things don't happen lined up like that. If you look at everything in nature, everything in the universe, it's in a spiral. And so does healing. Healing happens in a spiral. And it's kind of like peeling an onion. You're going to start from the outside. You got that pain right here, and you're healing it, so you just kind of heal, and you peel it. And just when you think you've healed from that, here it comes around again to that same little dark spot on the onion. It comes back around. So you got to do more healing. You got to go a little deeper. Then you think, okay, well, I'm not feeling it no more. I'm not being triggered. Then all of a sudden, you're triggered again. That dark spot's still there. You peel some more of that onion peel. You keep on peeling it till all that dark spot is gone. And so that has to do with healing. That's why sometimes it seems like, we ask ourselves, why does the same crap keep coming up? Well, that's why. Because you're having to heal on a deeper and deeper and deeper level. Okay. So let's get a couple more cards for you, Virgo. Okay, for Virgo, we have duality. So duality has to do with that yin-yang energy, that feeling of separateness. And that's only in this 3D reality that we have to struggle with the idea of being separate, the masculine, the feminine. But we have to remember we have masculine, feminine energies within ourselves. And it's the struggle of coming into balance, with, like for me, I practice witchcraft. And to me, something very significant for me is, when I see this card, is as above, so below. So as within, so without. And that's kind of like my Christian upbringing. What happens in earth what happens on earth happens in heaven, and what happens in heaven happens in earth, so forth. So it's kind of that energy of we're all connected. We are all connected. We're connected to source energy. We're connected to our God. We are connected to the 3D realm, the 5D realm. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we are all connected. Okay, we're connected to each other. We're connected to Mother Earth. We're connected to the energy in the plants and the trees, everything. And as we heal, we call in that that sacred energy within ourselves. You know, and I'm being reminded right now of another scripture in the Bible, of our bodies being our temple. You know, God dwelling within us. So that's another thing. We are not in an actual duality physical existence. We are actually connected to divine source. And what I'm hearing is, with this card being behind the changes card with the healing, is you're not doing your healing alone. Okay. Then we have number 27, stripping illusions. So, you know, to me, this card kind of reminds me of a lotus flower. And that's kind of what I'm seeing in my head right now. The thing about the lotus flower, the beautiful thing about that flower is it has to, the seedling and the sprout has to push through the mud and the muck. It has to push through that challenging existence, right? Before it can burst through those pond, dirty, murky waters, that mud and that grit and that nastiness, so it can sprout into a beautiful lotus flower and bloom. But it has to go through the challenges first. And that's such a beautiful message for you. Bottom of the deck is the number 4, past, present, future. So again, that just kind of reminds me of the onion peel, where you're going through and you're healing. But you're healing things, not just things from right now, but you're healing things from your past. You're healing from things from your past lives. You're healing things in your DNA level, in your ancestral level. That connection still goes through. We have, in the Christian upbringing, it's called generational curses. But you are healing not just yourself, but your past generations and your ancestors. So keep that in mind. Let's get some final cards for you on your healing, on just some inspiration for you this month. I want to pull a card from Soul Truth, the Self-Awareness deck. And this is just a question you can ask yourself, you know, this month. Something you can, you know, every once in a while we have to stop and ask ourselves these important questions. And this is a question for you, for Virgo. It says, who can I serve today? Wow. That's kind of hard. Who wants to ask themselves this question? Who can I serve today? We usually want to serve ourselves, right? So it says, in a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. You know, simple acts of kindness go a very, very long way. We never know what other people are going through. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Today's soul action. Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. So that is a beautiful message for you. Let me pull a couple of these cocky little Rebel deck, from the Rebel deck, these cocky little cards here. And get you those in real life, that know me in real life, you know that I'm very sarcastic. I'm kind of cocky. I do have a mouth on me. So, let's see here. Get over yourself. Pull your shit together. Help people. Give back. Do good shit for humanity. That kind of goes with that first card you had, right? Then we have detox. Drink a smoothie. Unfriend that asshole and throw some shit out. I love that. Let's get some of these Work Your Light Oracle cards just for your soul's path. Let's look what you need to, your higher self is telling you about your soul path. Because remember, this 3D life is like, it's really an illusion. And you kind of have to view it like a video game. your higher self is controlling the controller, and you're actually the person on the screen. So you're actually the avatar. So what message does your higher self want your avatar to hear? Let's see here. We have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Again, that's kind of what that energy, Spirit's telling you. You have a higher purpose, a higher calling. And then we have Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. So when you feel too tired, too depleted, that you feel like you can't help anyone else because you're too busy needing to help yourself, remember, sometimes it helps your own energy to help other people. I'm going to pull one last card from the Yogic Path Tarot. Look how beautiful those are. Pull one more card for Virgo, please. What's a message for Virgo? And we have, it says, Niyamas. Let me see what that means. And I have my book here because I don't know these cards very well, and they have beautiful messages in them. Okay. It says, Niyamas, 8 stages of yoga, laws of personal observation. You are beginning to reap the rewards of the inner transformational work you have done. This is just the beginning of a lifelong practice of personal observance. Tune into what your soul needs at this moment. Are there toxins in your body and mind that need salsa, purity? Are you experiencing contentment, santosa, for all the blessings you have been given? Are you using your topas, disciplined energy, to take you toward your dharma, divine purpose? Continue to practice the I can't say that word, but I'm going to try. Svadhyaya, self-study. There is always more that you'll find when you open up the pathway to your true spirit. Take some extra time for yourself each day to practice Isvara Prantyana. I can't say those words, but I try. The celebration and contemplation of spirit. So thank you so much for watching. Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please like, share, comment, and thank you for all those that are subscribing. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.